Disney likes to remind us of their successes because they made them money in the past, so bringing those successes back either as re-releases, sequels, or remakes usually makes them more money. Critical successes in these three categories are not as likely, particularly in the sequel category. Ugh. The Jungle Book recently received its live-action remake as part of Disney's new line of live-action adaptations of its animated classics. Those have been mixed. Aside from Angelina Jolie being incredible, Maleficent was average at best. The recent Cinderella remake was another Cinderella story. And how does the Jungle Book remake rank? I must say that this remake receives the greatest compliment a remake can receive. It improves on the original. The original animated Jungle Book from 1967 was not one of my favorites as a kid. Looking back at it, I found it lacking in story and character. The animation had some faults too. Watch that movie again and see the scenes that use animation sequences copied from earlier scenes in the movie and sequences copied from previous Disney movies. Honest Trailer did a great side-by-side comparison of these scenes. The live-action remake heavily improves on the story and the characters. In the animated version, Mowgli just stumbles from set piece to set piece without much character development, since the focus shifts to other characters and the situation. In the remake, Mowgli actually does something. He uses his ingenuity to help other animals and save himself from danger. A big part of his character development, and Bagheera's to a lesser extent, is embracing his own abilities as a human to solve problems. The animal characters also receive more depth. We see more of Bagheera's relationship with Mowgli, and he's actually a capable fighter this time around instead of a target for slapstick. Baloo retains his comic relief status as a lazy, fun-loving bear, but when stuff goes down, he's still a bear. A big, strong bear. Shere Khan in this movie is a terrifying villain without any humorous quirks. When he comes on screen, well, you know something's gonna happen. The voice actors and actresses did a fantastic job. Highlights include, well, everyone. Scarlett Johansson as Kaa is getting a lot of praise, along with Christopher Walken as King Louie. Ben Kingsley and Idris Elba, who played Bagheera and Shere Khan respectively, were my favorite performances in the movie. As for the story, it is essentially the same, but Mowgli is more proactive and each scene adds to the plot. Scenes early on have setups and later pay off. The 1967 version didn't do that as much. This is an adaptation of Disney's animated Jungle Book, so you know they're going to bring back those songs one way or another. A few songs show up in the credits. The two most famous songs from the 1967 movie, Bare Necessities and I Wanna Be Like You, are performed in the film. One song is sung naturally within the logic of the movie. One is not. Bare Necessities is sung by Baloo and Mowgli while they are leisurely floating down a river. This comes after a scene where Mowgli heard Baloo singing it to himself shortly after meeting Mowgli. That makes sense. When King Louie sings I Wanna Be Like You, however, he just starts singing it when he's talking to Mowgli in his throne room. This movie isn't a musical, but this musical number just happens out of nowhere. It's still a good rendition and alters the tone of the song from goofy and happy to more subdued and sinister to match the new version of King Louie. The song's placement felt overly forced for brand name recognition. I give the Jungle Book remake a glowing recommendation. While it is darker than the 1967 version, it has a lot of fun, lighter moments without falling into crass or juvenile humor. The pacing is great. It's worth checking out. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitter @GamingGenji for updates on new videos. Forget your worries and your strife.